Yo, bro, winter is coming, and I got great ideas. So put this on, we got some work to do.
I can give it a shot.
Hey, yo, bro, winter's coming, and you've been doing great. We almost hit 1,000 subscribers. Keep it up.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, 2020 should be awesome.
Yeah, 2020 should be a great year.
Yo, bro, winter's coming.
What's with the old gray hair? And aren't you from March? And where the hell are your pants?
It did not get better. Time to bulk up, all my fellow and future outlaws, as this is your in-ring rundown, and I am the Nik H. It's episode 50 of the rundown, ladies and gentlemen, and it's AEW's Dynamite here tonight, and I can't help but feel it's getting a bit nippy out. The clouds are getting thick, the day is getting dark earlier. I wonder if this is how members of the Dark Order feel year-round. That's right, folks, winter is coming, and with it comes a diamond dust-covered diamond ring battle royal full of many competitors who could possibly take the win.
My first insurance policy for my old car when I was 16 was State Farm.
I don't think Isaiah realized it, but he was thrown out by Matt Hardy.
You know you're low on the card when a 70-year-old man talking about his car insurance is more important than your elimination. Hangman Page eliminates jobber number 3, receiving assistance from the Dark Order, who are literally here to piggyback off his success. Tony Schiavone, you may never want to invite him to a funeral.
A few hours ago, Hall of Famer, one of the greats.
Yeah, terrible news. What a great he.
Kip Sabian is eliminated, but manages to capture Orange Cassidy in his grasp, luring him to the outside. When Miro decides to join him swiftly, do one slam move into the post, and then swiftly go back into the middle of the ring without any hesitation. Clearly, this was very important. My one and only true love, Miro, does what he does best: eliminate everyone in a 20-foot radius around him. This only leaves him and the 3 members of the Inner Circle, who all must gang up upon him just to eliminate him together. Apparently, that one single solitary post bump from Miro was so powerful that it left Orange Cassidy on the outside for about 20 minutes during this match until Wardlow finally realizes he's still here. I believe it's possible this may have been a cocoon form to preserve energy, only to unleash it in the form of a Superman punch directly in the face of MJF and low. Sneakily managing to eliminate him and score a one-on-one match versus MJF next week for the Diamond in the Rough ring on AEW. After the match, Miro comes down to the ring all of a sudden now to squirm maniacally from a distance, and then he just leaves. I love Miro. Next up is Frankie Muniz versus Chris Jericho in his 2,725th wrestling match. What the fuck? Jake Hager gets involved on the outside early on in this match so blatantly that I kind of started to wonder if they forgot to mention this was a no DQ match or something, allowing the wily veteran to maintain much control.
Those are nice looking sweaters.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding.
Oh, 2X here.
I hear that. Both men struggle at the top rope for a little while before Frankie Kazarian hits the flux capacitor, also known as the Spanish fly for fat people. But unfortunately, there's just too many inner distractions in this squared circle, as every member of the Inner Circle comes down to the ring, even MJF nearly throwing in the towel for his new boss. Everyone awkwardly paces around for a bit before Jericho hits the Judas effect and then picks up the win. But the real win is after the match, where it's clear that the boss is very upset. He's sick and tired of the inner turmoil within his organization already, and says they all have 7 days to make their decision. And I spoke with Jericho afterwards. He did in fact mail them all the videotape. The Young Buckaroos are backstage being interviewed and have a very important question for Alex Marvez.
You remember when we super kicked you right in the face?
I'm pretty sure everyone remembers one of the 3 different moves you guys actually do. The doctor will see you now, ladies and gentlemen, so open wide and get ready for your weekly dose of Britt Baker. Here in a match versus Layla, I don't really comprehend her body type, but hey, she's pretty cute anyway, Hirsch. The small powerhouse manages to control the doctor a few times in this match, even almost picking up a victory multiple times with the cross-arm breaker. But unfortunately for her, Reba the Rebel's movements on the outside are just too overdramatic to ignore, distracting her long enough to fall victim to the locked jaw. As soon as the bell is done ringing, Thunder-type Pokemon Rosa appears without warning, claiming that she's pretty sure that the dental implants that Britt Baker gave her last week came off of a dead guy and she wants her money back. Jim Ross then expresses his inner thoughts anytime he's holding a box of donuts.
Somebody get a hold of somebody and restrain them, for God's sake.
It's Darby Allin's Pro Skater next on AEW, here to show us some sweet tricks and an aww. He and the Canadian Deja Vu are here to take on Team Tazz in a grudge match for their actions at Full Gear. The members of that team are the rejected Johnny Knoxville stunt double Ricky Starks and the powerhouse Hobbs, who, as you may have guessed from his rather large pecs, is a very strong boy. Cody Rhodes begins the match by slapping the shit out of Ricky Starks for daring to claim that he was ever the long-lost bastard son of Ned. Tagging in his partner Darby, who decides that the best course of action is to go to the top rope and headbutt Ricky Starks with a level of I don't give a shit that you just can't measure.
In singles competition, only 2 losses were to. Oh!
Okay, out of character for a second. I know that may not look like much when that happens compared to like all the crazy shit that you mostly see in wrestling, but that hurts so fucking bad. It hurts so fucking bad. Okay, back in character. Hobbs does an overhead ear to belly throw on Darby, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. Right before he's finally able to get what might be, according to Jim Ross, the single greatest hot tag in all of professional wrestling.
Get her tag back. The tag was made.
Senior advisor Tazz goes on to cause many a distraction, a Taztraction, if you will, ultimately leading to Cody to fly to the outside just to take care of him and Hobbs. While this is happening, I'm pretty sure Darby Allin just trips off the top rope and lands on Ricky Starks with a coffin drop and picks up the win. After the match, Arn Anderson's anger problems come to the surface as he starts to go fucking ham trying to attack Hobbs and Ricky for some reason, to which he is wrecked immediately, and for some reason no one treats this like it's weird. But what's this? The lights go out!
That's gotta be Kane!
God damn it, this is the wrong clip. But what's this? The lights go out. I wish I could be that excited about literally anything. Yes, after 20 long years, Sting appears on TNT television for the first time with his trusty bat. Because Team Tazz is a team full of tough dudes, all of them flee the ring as they see a 61-year-old man slowly walk towards them. We head backstage where our favorite women's champion Hikaru Shida is being interviewed by Alex Marvez, asking her if she's afraid of Abaddon, the creepy new rival that I'm pretty sure she already defeated earlier this year. Unfortunately though, Hikaru seems a little bit out of sorts and decides to pay tribute to Psycho Sid instead.
Let me do this again.
Oh, it's live, pal.
Sorry.
Can we do this again?
No, we can't. We're on live TV.
Can we do this again?
Winter is now here, ladies and ladies, so snuggle up close to me and watch the main event of tonight's show, for the AEW Heavyweight Championship, of course. A match instantly brought down one full letter grade for there no longer being any sweeper girls during Kenny Omega's 5-hour-long entrance. Both men tussle against one another in a battle to see who can lock in the deepest headlock. Excuse me, a side headlock, something that Jim Ross is a very big fan of. Unfortunately for Excalibur, though, the paradox of Jinder Mahal's title reign is just too mind-boggling, and he just can't seem to focus on commentary tonight.
You don't become the world champion and hold on to that world title for nearly a year by being stupid.
Moxley clotheslines Kenny Omega so brutally on the apron that I'm pretty sure he lands on the back of his head and he should be dead, and no one seems to care. They're all too busy trying to sell the importance of the restaurant quality picture-in-picture that's coming your way that actually took about 2 minutes after they said that line. Seriously, if you go back and watch it, it took like 2 minutes. Back from commercial, Moxley lands the paradigm shift in the middle of the ring but does not go for the cover for some reason. Unfortunately, he gets greedy with his edge guarding on the outside of the apron and suffers multiple V-triggers for his mistake. Moxley uses this opportunity on the outside to land one more paradigm shift on Kenny into the set of heaters that lay around the outside of the ring. Luckily for Dean, he doesn't really care about that shit and brings Kenny Omega back into the ring. Luckily for Omega, Don Callis really cares about that shit and comes down to the apron to get involved. To get involved in what might be the single best piece of acting that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Phone. Oh, good God.
Somewhere in the midst of the chaos, a steel foam microphone was handed to Kenny Omega, who uses it to strike Jon Moxley directly between the eyes, busting him wide open and leaving him vulnerable to 3 Falcon knees and a 1-wing Falcon punch, giving Jon Moxley his first defeat here in AEW and picking up the AEW title.
New champion. With the
The winner of this
microphone.
match.
Tony has the best finishing lines.
Bullshit. Come on. Absolute.
Okay, Tony, I love you, but you're not allowed to be proud and pissed at the same time. After the match, Kenny Omega takes his shiny new belt with him quickly to make that 10 p.m. wax job. And no, I'm not talking about the belt.
I want Lance Archer now.
Kenny, I'm happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but I want Lance Archer! Well, that's it for this week's rundown. I want to thank you all for watching. Please do take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help. And be sure to tune in to next week's episode covering tables, ladders, and chairs. You know, those 3 things I'll use to hit any of my relatives if they decide to group up for Christmas parties this year. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. Christmas is coming, and I'll be sure to give you all a gift. Just ignore all the Cheeto stains on the wrapping. I was coughing a lot. This has been the man from Earth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. We are 50 episodes deep. That's like 2 full seasons. I've given you 2 seasons. It's good times. Be the character you know you're worth. Later. Ultimately leading to him. Instead choosing. And the powerhouse Hobbs who have. After the. Allowing the wily veteran to maintain control. Allowing the wow. Hangman Page eliminates Jobber. It's episode 50 of the rundown, ladies and. I already say that. You'll get involved in what might cause it.